Welcome back to the Friday Night 360AZ preview show alongside Hot Dog Haley Stasiak. I am Cymbal Monkey Jordan Ham, now joined by Basha head coach Chris McDonald. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
You bet. Thank you for having me.
So I saw some photos on social media last week regarding your senior night, the senior walk tradition for Basha, and one of your players was injured. Can you just go ahead and take it from there and kind of what happened with a senior captain and one of his teammates?
Well, I'd like to think that we have a pretty close-knit group. I'd like to think that at least. And what we had is our running back, Cole Lumberg, had injured his foot somewhere in the second half of the Perry game last week. And one of our team captains, Jonathan Duran, who unfortunately broke his foot day before our scrimmage. He took it upon himself, this type of kid he is and type of team we have, to carry Cole, put him on his back, piggybacks down, kind of walk him across the field when we do our senior walk with the coaches and players, knowing it was our last home game.
You're the third head coach that, this group of seniors has had in their 3 years at Basha. We talked to Ty Sifferman earlier this year, and he talked about how this team has embraced you wholeheartedly in the way you run things, and it's clearly paid off with the turnaround you were able to lead from last year. Obviously, Basha didn't have the best season. What has impressed you most about this group of seniors?
They're great kids, high-character kids, in all honesty. I couldn't even have asked, I don't think any coach could have asked for a better group of kids, seniors, to have or to ask to build that trust and build a relationship with. And that was kind of the message from the beginning. It was like, look, I'm not asking you guys to trust me right off the bat. I understand I'm your third coach here in as many years, and so I know it's going to take some time, but allow me the opportunity to gain your trust, and allow our coaches to gain that and be able to develop a relationship, and they were open to that, obviously, and I just think that as a coach, you've got to show respect mutually, and it's got to go both ways, and that's kind of how we operate. And so I think the kids know that there's a genuine concern for them, and we do care about them. And we off the field we're joking with them. We have a good time with them. They're good. They're just a great group of kids, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, to be honest.
Talking to Basha head coach Chris McDonald, he told us he's dressed as a math teacher and a football coach today here on Halloween. Let's talk about Ty Sifferman, committed to play baseball at GCU, has done so much for you on the field, whether it's on offense, defense, special teams, just his ability to be a multi-sport athlete. Just what's your view on the multi-sport athlete and how they fit into the Basha program?
Well, I was a former multi-sport athlete. At Corona del Sol, I played football, basketball, and baseball, and I coached baseball as well. Haven't recently, but I think that if you're able to develop, other skill sets as a multi-sport athlete, and the routine doesn't become redundant. When you're a multi-sport athlete, sometimes you master routines if you play one sport, right? And it kind of gives you a false sense of confidence in a way. And so when kids are able to take a break and focus on another aspect or another sport, and be able to compete, at a high level too, I think it's great. I think it only makes you better as an athlete, better as somebody that learns how to associate with a team and leadership skills and all that other stuff and whatnot. So I'm totally for it. Especially in this day and age where kids are being kind of pigeonholed at an early age, to play one sport. So as far as Ty Sifferman goes, he was voted two-way player of the year in the region. Like you mentioned before, he's got a baseball scholarship or baseball offer already to Grand Canyon. And if that's his love and that's his passion, that's what he wants to do. That's what he should do. I'm still battling and fighting to try and get him something in football because he truly is one of the better players in the state. I know he was just nominated as State Player of the Year by AZ Central and Mr. Obert, but he truly is that. He does everything. He led the region, which is arguably the best region in the state. He led the region in receptions and receiving yards. He led the receiving in interceptions. He had 56 tackles on the year. He was second in the region in field goals made with 3 that were 40-plus. You know, you're talking about a kid that, you know, he doesn't go out in the off-season and take kicking lessons and things like that. You know, he's got his, you know, he's getting ready for baseball yet. He can walk into a season and a football season and, you know, bang out, you know, 3 40-plus yarders. You know, it's just, he's amazing. He's a special type of athlete, and he's a once-in-a-lifetime type kid.
We've talked a lot about the character of this team and how you just love these guys and you've got that unique bond with them between coaches and players. What about on the field? What stands out to you most about the way these guys battle?
They play hard, and they take pride in playing hard. You know, and that's what I really love. They literally take pride in playing hard, and you know, there's been film sessions where, you know, when we played an opponent or we're playing an opponent, they'll be the ones that point out the lack of effort, you know, and so, you know, that was kind of a non-negotiable, you know, when I told them, you know, when we do this and we're going to venture on, you know, one of the non-negotiables was we're not going to coach effort. You know, that's a given, and they bought into it, and they play hard. They play hard for each other, and you know, it's special.
You mentioned this 6A Premier Region. There's a reason they call it the Premier Region. 5 of the 6 teams have made the playoffs. 5 of the 6 teams are top 10 seeds. How did navigating such a tough region help prepare you guys for the postseason?
Well, I mean, I think that's an easy answer because, well, we play somebody already, you know, that we played just a week ago, not even a week ago, 5 days ago. So I guess from that standpoint, you know, being able to get a look at them, but, you know, it's obviously at a disadvantage because they already got a look at us, too, live, right? So, but, you know, the last 6 games have been, we've played some, obviously, a gauntlet of a schedule and a pretty, very competitive last 6 games, and you would hope that going into the playoffs you would be able to play somebody that you haven't seen before, that might be from a different region, etc. But, you know, here we are again, second week in a row going up against Perry, who I think really is a top 4 team in the state. I know they're 6, but I really think they're a top 4 team in the state. You know, their only 2 losses are Pinnacle and Chandler. So, you know, the kids, I think their mindset going in against Perry was good to begin with, just because it was a rivalry and they want to play hard and they like challenges and they accept it. But I think this time around, I think that they truly believe now. You know, regardless of what happened in the past, we're, you know, a couple plays away from that being a different result, and I think they know that.
And talking about this game with Perry, when you're getting this team ready to play a team that they just played last week, obviously you mentioned the benefit and the downside of it. The benefit being you've seen them, the downside being they've seen you as well. What are you telling these guys about how to go into this? What's your message to them?
Well, the message is to believe and conquer, you know, and, you know, one's got to come before the other. And so we, you know, that's what we've been preaching all week. And, you know, when we had our, you know, a bracket reveal party Saturday, in our locker room, our team meeting room, and we had you know, breakfast and things like that. And when it popped up that we were playing Perry, our kids were genuinely excited. You know, they really were. They wanted another shot at this, and you know, Perry's obviously a really good team, and so you don't want to get too confident in it, but they wanted it. They wanted another shot, and you know, we'll see what happens.
Coach, we appreciate the time and good luck the rest of the way this year.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
That's Chris McDonald, Basha head coach. One of the better turnarounds here in the state from last year. What jumped out to you most about what Coach had to say?
You know, I really liked how he talked about how this team wants to play hard, and he'd mentioned how they're watching film when they're calling out the teams that aren't putting in max effort. I think that's really interesting, and it's something that not every team gets, because to have a group where he talked about they can't coach effort, you can't coach effort. And to have a group that's come in and been so, I mean, the ups and downs that the senior class has had with multiple head coach just being, I think I talked in AZ Audibles about how that was one of the things that stood out to me about the regular season was Basha's season and Brophy's season, being able to turn it around like they have. And like I said then, it's really exciting for these seniors to go out like this. And I'm excited to see them take on Perry again. I think it'll be an interesting one, kind of like a revenge one maybe from the regular season.
You have so many schools now in a very small area in Chandler. Guys have plenty of options to go wherever.
I like. So, it seems like that talent is somewhat spread out, though. When we look at that,
seems like this is a year where it's pretty diversified. Other years that may not be the case, but you can't necessarily control the talent that comes in your doors, but you can control the effort. So the fact that he was harping on that, and that the players and the senior leaders were really doing that as well, I think that's great. And I think that this is going to be a really good first round game. Like he said, he believes that Perry is a top 4 seed, but I think that Basha, obviously getting another shot at them, I think that
they made a strong case
this is going to be a really good game here in the first round. So a lot of good stuff with that. Coming up next, we have Pat Nugent, the head coach of the Cienega Bobcats. That's coming up next on the Friday Night 360AZ preview show.